One of the many devotional books that Margaret enjoyed having read and enjoyed reading herself was the little booklet called Daily Bread. And on one occasion, she selected this one to be used today, Psalm 68, selected verses from that chapter. And I think it was because it makes reference to God being the father of the fatherless and the defender of widows. If God cares for them, will he not also care for us and comfort us as we face the struggles that accompany the hard goodbyes? And so I'm reading from Psalm 68. May the righteous be glad and rejoice before God. May they be happy and joyful. Sing to God, sing praise to his name. Extol him who rides on the clouds. His name is the Lord. And rejoice before him. A father to the fatherless, a defender of widows, is God in his holy dwelling. God sets the lonely in families. He leads forth the prisoners with singing, but the rebellious live in a sun-scorched land. When you went out before your people, O God, when you marched through the wasteland, the earth shook, the heavens poured down rain before God, the one of Sinai, before God, the God of Israel. You gave abundant showers, O God. You refreshed your weary inheritance. Your people settled in it, and from your bounty, O God, you provided for the poor. And there was a little poem on that day's reading that Margaret especially liked, and so I will say it for you now. When our loved ones say goodbye and we have to be apart, God can fill our loneliness with his presence in our heart.
The family wants to thank each and every one of you for coming today and helping us, joining them and celebrating the life of Margaret. And they extend an invitation to you to join them, to be able to greet and share your memories with them in the Rock, which is out the doors here, down the hall, and you take a left and then a right. It's kind of, but that's how you get there. And there. And if you get lost, just follow the noise. You'll hear it down there. But and also, they want to be able to know your stories of Margaret. And Christian has a small video camera that he would love to have you come to him. And if you have a story, they would love to have that, so they'd have those memories recorded of how Margaret has touched your lives, because we know that she's touched so many of us here. And they'd love to know how she's done that. So they'd love to have you share that with them and see Christian as he will be wandering around with that little camera. They would greatly appreciate that. But if you would now receive the benediction. Now may the Father, from whom every family in heaven and earth is named, according to the riches of God's glory, grant to you to be strengthened with might through God's Spirit in your inner being, that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ, which surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Amen. And if you'd please stand as we exit with the family.